What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing today? Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 Nintendo Switch exclusive freaking games, guys. All right? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay. This conversation, shout out to Few. This conversation started happening on my Discord, okay? So thank you guys for conversing. This was a very popular topic. Um, and I kind of gave my own list because I kind of started you know reacting to people's lists a little bit, and you guys was asking about my list, and then I didn't know what to say because I was super busy, literally like so freaking busy. So I was trying to come up with stuff, but I just could not. So I had a little more time to think it over, and I created my top 5 exclusive list. So I'm going to use the same rules that they were using, you guys were using on my Discord, which basically it has to be games that are literally Switch exclusives. Switch 1, we're talking about the Nintendo Switch 1. So, like, for example, the Breath of the Wild wouldn't count because it was also on Wii U, right? Um, and it technically, I wouldn't say it counts if it's also on Switch 2 because Switch 2 is basically backwards compatible, so it doesn't matter. So this is Nintendo Switch exclusive games, and for example, games like Dragon Quest won't count either because Dragon Quest 11S and Dragon Quest 3 HD2 Remake were also available on, PlayStation and other, like Steam and stuff like that. So again, just Nintendo Switch exclusive. I'm going to come out with the top 10 of my favorite Nintendo Switch games that I played on the Nintendo Switch, shortly after this one. But for now, again, I just wanted to be crystal clear about the rules, okay, of my top 5. So, now that we got that out of the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. So, anyways, I'm going to start from my number 5 and work my way up to number 1. So, number 5, and this might come as a little bit of a shock to some of you, but Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I know. It's kind of weird. So, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and these are games that I've actually beaten that are on this list, or at least have played, a good amount of time to where I can actually form an opinion for it. And so my number 5, like I just said, is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So I'm a Gen 1er, it's no secret. I love Gen 1. And seeing it in this form was my favorite. This was great. I really, really enjoyed this format because it's literally like copying the game, but like with updated, like 3D chibi art style. I really, really enjoyed the art style. I really loved the graphics a lot. The game was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, it was kind of copying Pokemon Go. So in terms of like the actual battle mechanics with wild Pokemon, which there isn't any, that's like my only complaint. But the catching aspect wasn't that bad. So I actually it didn't take it down so far. Like I do miss the combat, the normal fighting sort of, battling with wild Pokemon. But again, what they did wasn't that bad. So I actually did enjoy it. I actually enjoyed it so much that I've been wanting a Gen 2 and then a Gen 3 and all that stuff, but we've never gotten it. I don't know if we'll ever get one, but I would love a Let's Go freaking Johto, dude. So maybe someday, maybe not. Pokemon Quest had the same problem. The little, like, you know, chibi, like, little square game. It's like a rail version of a Pokemon game with, like, levels and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. And Japan got a Gen 2 of that, but nobody else did. So, yeah. So, anyways, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is a gorgeous, just, remake of one of my just favorite childhood games of all time. Uh, you know, one of my favorite regions in Pokemon. Um, and so, yeah, so I absolutely love this game. This version is fantastic. And yeah, there you go, my number 5. So, yeah, let's move on to number 4. So, I really, really wanted to put Breath of the Wild on this, but I'm going to put Tears of the Kingdom. Um, so, in all reality, I feel like they're both the same game. I'm going to be honest. I just feel like one is like different, obviously, but I feel like they tried really hard to like make it feel as different as possible, but it ended up being kind of annoying. Like the crafting weapons concept, I didn't love that, and I still don't. You know, like I prefer having just normal breakable weapons instead of having to craft weapons for them to be like useful. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting enough to where like I do want to beat the game eventually because I haven't been able to do that, but I feel like it's just an addition to Breath of the Wild. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to explore, a lot more to do in this game compared to the Breath of the Wild. But for me personally, I would choose, if I could, Breath of the Wild to be in this spot. But again, Tears of the Kingdom itself is absolutely gorgeous. It's again, I just feel like it's an addition. It's still Breath of the Wild. It's just like an addition to it. Um, and I freaking love this type of game. Like Tears of the Kingdom is absolutely gorgeous. The story is fantastic. Um, the graphics upgrade it was great. The new features and like new gameplay mechanics were absolutely awesome. Um, so yeah, so I really still want to go back and beat this game someday, like really, really, really badly. And I definitely will. But yeah, for now, it's just it's just not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, number 4. Let's move on to number 3. So number 3 is Super Mario Odyssey. Okay, and yes, I changed this spot from what I put it on in the Discord, but that's because again I got to think about things a little bit more. And yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is number 3. I adore this game. Absolutely adore this game. It is just, it took me like 20, 30 hours to beat, something like that. And I kid you not, it was probably one of the most entertaining 20 to 30 hours I have ever spent playing a video game. Like, this game is basically perfect. It was so much fun. It was just a blast. That first experience of this game. And I literally, like, I look back and I know and I remember that when you like watching something that really makes you really, really happy, and then afterwards you notice, either somebody tells you or you yourself notice that you were like smiling like an idiot, you know? Like, I look back and I remember that was me the whole time I was playing this game. This game made me smile like an idiot the whole time I was playing it. It was just so much fun. It was so perfect, and it was so like entertaining. It was great seeing Peach and Bowser and just like Luigi, with his little extra content stuff, and just everything about the game was absolutely perfect, and I just adored it. I adored it. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I got a little emotional, especially when you get to New Donk City and you get that celebration. Like, oh my gosh, bro. And yeah, and just beating it, I just felt it was just a wholesome experience, bro. I just loved it so much. So yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, what a magical game, dude. What a magical experience. So yeah. And honestly, with this much praise, I almost feel a little weird that there's two games above this one, but there's good reasons as to why. So yeah. So the next game on the list, number 2 spot, is Super Mario Wonder. Okay? Oh, man, Super Mario Wonder. So, Super Mario Wonder is like, it was so good, man. It was like, I would say probably almost the exact same feelings towards this game. But the reason why it just beats Odyssey by a little bit is because I'm able to play this game with my family and my kids, my wife, friends, online. Like there's a little bit more things you could do in this game that like really kind of bumped up the experience for me. And I did like 100% this game, which is also something I'm really proud of, I guess. I did it 100% Odyssey. I've always wanted to, but like I don't know, I just haven't done it yet. Someday I might, but anyways, but Super Mario Wonder, I 100%ed the game, and I'm really proud about that. I got all the badges, I got all the freaking stamps. I beat literally every single level you can think of. I got everything you could do in the game. I did, and it was an absolutely wonderful experience. Like and subscribe for more jokes. So, anyways, yeah. So yeah, I really loved Super Mario Wonder, and I really like the updated like graphics and like the look of like Mario and Luigi, Peach, Daisy, the Yoshis, all the characters as well. The selections were great. Yeah, and the Bowser boss fight, oh my gosh, it's probably one of my favorite Bowser boss fights. Like there's some epic Bowser boss fights across all Mario games, including like the spin-offs. But man, I think this is one of my favorites. Like the song is just so freaking cool. Um, yeah, I really, really enjoyed this Bowser boss fight. Like it was really freaking cool. So yeah. So dang, freaking fly. Gotta fly in this car, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. So anyways, yeah, Super Mario Wonder is number 2. My number 1, okay, is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So I am a ginormous Smash Bros fan. Ever since the very first one on Nintendo 64, I've played every single one. I've dumped hundreds of hours into every single one. I've just I am a huge fan and lover of Super Smash Bros. And this one did not disappoint. Like, man, just like the balancing of this game specifically is really, really good. And it is just an absolute blast. Like, I play this game to this day still, on occasion, not as much as I used to. I used to play Smash Bros. I'm not kidding. Every weekend with my bros. Like, every weekend. This was with Smash 4 specifically. I would play a ton of Brawl and Melee and stuff like that with friends and people. But Smash 4 specifically with my buddies, I'm not kidding. We played every weekend for like a year. It was crazy. But this one as well, I didn't play it as much as Smash 4 with my friends, but every time we get together with a certain group of my friends, we're always gonna play Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, and one thing I really love as well is like my oldest son, it loves Smash Bros. And so he's always playing it when he can. That's like his go-to game. Um, yeah, it's just so good, dude. The extra content, it was okay. The adventure mode was okay. It wasn't. I never was able to beat it, but I mean, it's still cool. I think it was really cool. But mostly just like how fun the game is itself, all the new characters, and like one of the most hype moments in gaming history for me personally is when they reveal a new character that's going to be in the new Smash Bros. Game. And my goodness, dude, this did not disappoint. You know, when we were seeing what the characters were for the new characters were for the Smash Bros. DLC, like, oh my gosh, bro, it was some of the most hype, like emotional, fun moments, like ever. Like, I loved it. I loved it so much. And so, yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is my favorite Nintendo Switch exclusive game, Nintendo Switch One, because of all the memories I've had. I remember one time from one of my buddies, we literally rented out a whole freaking movie theater for his birthday. We had like 30, 40 people come. I forgot how much there was. There was like a bunch of us. There was like maybe even 50. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact amount. And we just played Smash Bros. Ultimate in the movie theater, bro. And it was an unforgettable experience. It was so much freaking fun, bro. Oh my gosh, I love Smash Bros. And I've also had a lot of really fun moments with you guys. We've done several like live streams online where we would play, and fight each other, freaking Illness and Few and a bunch of other people. There's a lot of people that, you know, I've met through just playing this game online, which was really, really fun, really great experience as well. So yeah, I absolutely love Smash Bros. Ultimate. And again, it's my number one on this top five. But yeah, what do you guys think about my top five? Is it just totally wrong and messed up? And why the F did I choose these games? Keep in mind, I I know a lot of you guys have a lot of different games on your top five. And again, my top five looks like this because my time is severely limited with gaming, as you guys all know. I talk about it all the time. And so my top five would probably look different if I wasn't married and had kids. But yeah. So yeah, but this is my top five. I'm really happy with my choices, and I'm really happy with the Nintendo Switch. It has been an absolutely amazing console. Yeah, I'd love to know your guys' top five. I know we already talked about it in Discord, but anyone that's watching on YouTube that is seeing this for the first time, you know, drop down your top five list in the comment section, and then yeah, join my Discord so we could talk about these things more often. So yeah, shout out to all my members. Thank you guys so much for being part of the channel. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. I'm hoping that I could do some more content more frequently, especially live streaming soon. I really, really miss doing that. So yeah, I really hope I can get back to, being more frequent on the channel sometime soon. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.